Tories say Sir Keir Starmer is not on the side of British people following the resurfaced letter. Sir Keir Starmer has boasted that he sued the government to increase benefits for asylum seekers in a resurfaced letter. The Tories have blasted the Labour leader, who now says he wants to cut migration figures. This is despite a letter signed by him in 2020 which complains the immigration system aims to deter, not support migrants who come to Britain illegally. Former Tory MP Bob Seely: "It is breathtaking that this man could be PM in the new few weeks if Conservative voters on the Isle of Wight and elsewhere don't unite to stop him." The man has boasted that he sued the government to increase benefits for asylum seekers, and complained that the system tried to deter illegals from coming here. He is categorically not on the side of the British people or Express readers. "We simply can't afford to let this man damage our country. Conservative voters need to unite and vote." Just Stop Starmer, Deputy Chair of the Conservative Party, Jonathan Gullis added, "Today Keir Starmer has once again demonstrated he can't be straight with the British people. Despite writing a letter promising to give foreigners the vote and supporting closing immigration detention centres, he's today claiming to be tough on migration." From a man who believes all immigration laws to be racist, this is simply untrue. Only Rishi Sunak and the Conservatives are committed to cutting migration and stopping the boats. "We have a record of taking bold action to cut migration to secure Britain's future." The letter also calls for the closure of immigration detention centres, liberalising family reunion, letting asylum seekers work and giving foreigners full voting powers. Writing before he became leader of the opposition, he said, "If I am elected as Labour leader, I will start work immediately on plans for radical change in the immigration system. No more hostile environment, no more demonising of migrants, but a system based on dignity and compassion. As part of that, I support ending indefinite detention and closing immigration detention centres like Brook House and Yarl's Wood." He continued, "We also need to address the serious problems with family reunion rules. People fleeing war or persecution should not face a lengthy and restrictive process to be reunited with family members. The more safe and legal routes to join family members in the UK, the fewer dangerous journeys people will make. I also believe we need to radically reform the asylum system, including by granting asylum seekers the right to work." He wrote how he took the last Labour government to court for cutting asylum seekers' benefits. The letter ends by calling for the expansion of full voting rights to EU nationals. Sir Keir said, "For too long, Labour has been unwilling to speak about immigration and unable to set out a positive vision for a modern, welcome and compassionate immigration system. I believe that can change, and once I'm elected Labour leader, it will." Sir Keir Starmer's party has refused to set specific targets on the level it wants to reduce net migration to the UK should it win the general election on July 4. Shadow Home Secretary Yvette Cooper said Labour wants to see significant changes and is clear that net migration must come down. But she stopped short of setting a target, saying the Conservatives have failed when they have done so and arguing that variations each year, such as the war in Ukraine, must also be considered. Ms. Cooper also declined to rule out offshore processing or sending asylum seekers to have their claims processed abroad.